Hello guys, welcome back to New Who HQ, the Interstellar Song Contest, episode 6, the penultimate of the penultimate for series 2. What? I mean, where do I start with this? I think because there's so many massive revelations in this episode, the actual story I kind of forgot, but there's some good things in here and there's some middling things in here. I'm not a fan of the Eurovision Song Contest, sorry. I also don't like musicals. But I want to speak about the musical number at the end, which I believe what was her name? Cora done. Beautiful. We know that this is political, especially in this song, but it's a lovely song, and you feel like it's just like everybody was listening, and it felt like a real come together. The earth was listening, and that it was a really nice moment, especially with the history, the twist that she was is it Hellion? Helion? No, that's what you get in a balloon. Helium. Hellion. Really like that twist, and I like that she embraces it. The Hellions themselves are obviously very menacing. This guy called Kid is obviously the main menace here. The only thing that I'd have a bit of a nitpick at is it all seemed very easy for all of this to happen. No one seemed massively alarmed. I understand that the security droid things have been taken over by him, but you'd think there'd be more security if you've got all them people there, 3 trillion people watching, you're in space. I'm sure there's space police, just call the Jadoon, they'll probably come and help. I don't know if they're still around, but I don't know, it just all felt very quickly done and a little bit too easy, or I understood by the end as to why, the intentions as to why Kid was doing this. And I'm not saying that obviously it's acceptable, but it makes a bit more sense. And especially when the Doctor, I loved the Doctor getting dark in the story in the engine, him, and Lucky Day as well. I love them dark moments that we get with him, and we get it the most here. This is probably the episode that I like him the most in. As I said, I love Capaldi, I love a Dark Doctor, I love the Time Lord Victorious. I love all of that. So when he's saying that, even when he's torturing Kid, when he's saying what he's going to do to him, which scares Belinda and even sort of takes me aback. So I thought, oh, okay, this Doctor can go there. That's what I want. I want a Doctor to go there. He realises that he has gone too far. And what stops him is obviously Belinda, but not his, spoilers, granddaughter, Susan. I'm not quite sure in what way she comes in. It feels like a sort of, she's in the TARDIS and she's in the Doctor's head. I'm sure we're going to see her at some point. I don't know a lot about Susan. I know she's been mentioned a lot throughout this era, but I've not actually seen her in the episodes that she's been in. So I will have to go and do my research about that, but I'm very aware that she's a massive figure within Doctor Who. And I don't even feel like she stops the Doctor, but doesn't fully get control over him, while Belinda does and says, look, you scared me about that, stop. But some real chilling moments that we have there. Let's speak about RYLAN Clark NEAL. I mean, I love RYLAN. If you don't know who he is, he's just an icon, that's all I can really say. But he's known for being on the X Factor. He's basically a presenter. He was in Big Brother. Was he on the X Factor? I think he was, yeah. But he's basically a British icon. And he's really good here. I was laughing out loud several times over the joke he made. The best one being,
wait, what happened?
Oh, you came back from the dead.
Sums up my career.
Oh, he's just so funny in this. I mean, Juno Dawson. I really like Juno Dawson. I think she writes campy characters very well. There's a lot of campy moments. And I love that. I love the couple that we get as well. She writes them beautifully. The Doctor on a confetti cannon thing. You only get that in Doctor Who. Fantastically done. There are a few moments where it gets a little bit slow. As I said, this is an episode with massive reveals, massive moments, this is high-end drama. Maybe a little bit boring where we were with certain characters that it took me a while to grow on. Like the couple, I like them by the end. The other couple, Cora and that man, I was kind of getting a bit bored of them. But when Cora does reveal that she is a Hellion, I keep saying Hellion, that's a real cool moment. And I'm not a fan of Eurovision, but I've seen clips from it. I know the dresses, the love that people have for it, and that came across really well here. So this is also a very good celebration of the Eurovision Song Contest, but I can't speak that much more about it because I am not a fan of it. Sorry for Eurovision fans out there. I might try and watch it tonight and see if I like it. And of course, there is the Mrs. Flood reveal, which I've done a video on already. Right, major spoilers. I'm about to tell you my thoughts on the Mrs. Flood reveal. I don't know a lot about the Rani because I haven't seen a lot of Classic Who, okay? Hence why this is called New Who HQ. Although I would like to watch Classic Who, I'm going to get round to it. But I think now that the Rani is going to be quite big in this finale, I think going back to some of her iconic stories in Classic Who is something I'd most definitely like to do. I mean, a lot of people had speculated it was going to be the Rani. I wasn't expecting the bi-generation. I was like, what? What? And then we've actually got the ending before the credits. Not the ending, but the ending where the Doctor and Belinda have filled up the Vindicator. They think they're ready to go back to Earth, and the TARDIS goes red, and it seems to explode on them. The cloister bell gave me chills. I really like this moment. Something's definitely wrong, but we'll have to wait and see, won't we? But there we go. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you're new to the channel and you'd like to subscribe and give this video a like, we're on the way to 1,000 subscribers. So please do help me out if you can. And yeah, I'll see you all very soon. Goodbye.